Today, let us discuss on National Curriculum Framework 2023, specialized in classroom teaching and planning. My name is Santosh Chungat, and with me, my panelist, Tushara Sanjeev. Welcome again. As you rightly said about activities, I was just contemplating about one of my previous class experience. Grade 12, I think it is in grade 12, there is a beautiful poem, Keeping Quiet. So as a starter activity, I asked my students to go to the corners and to spread among themselves and to close their eyes and just listen the sounds that they can get it from outside. It was complete silence. Initially, they did not like, for first 1 or 2 minutes, they were not enjoying it. But when we moved ahead, I could feel that they were completely into this activity. It was a complete silence. There was nothing, when you consider it as an activity, there was nothing much to say about activity. But this 5 minutes, they enjoyed. And immediately after that, I started the poem. So they said it was a wonderful experience. So it was kind of a leading note to the poem. Okay. So the same way, I think whatever activities we plan, it should be a student-centered activity. Yeah, of course, definitely. A student-centered activity, when I say student-centered activity, it should be either teacher-directed or teacher-guided. Yeah. Teacher's presence should be there, but it should be a student-centered activity. Yeah. And you can have a number of activities where, for example, if it is a science, you mentioned about English. If it is science, you can have lab activities. Yeah. You can have projects or map study or anything of that sort. In short, the activity, the intention of the activity should be a hands-on activity, and also child should learn from his or her experience. In a way, it is an experiential learning. Yeah.
And definitely when we plan activities, should be age appropriate activities. True. And I have seen in our KG section also, they develop many skills at that age: motor skills, problem solving skills, communication skills, listening skills, speaking skills. And for all these, they have planned beautiful student-centered activities.
Can you mention any of those activities?
Yes, sir. So in KG, suppose to develop their listening skills, speaking skills and all, they have a lot of activities where they will be saying the rhymes, and they will be asking questions based on that. Storytelling will be there to develop their communication skills. They have show and tell activities, fancy dress competition. All these, they are actually developing their communication skills. Like that, many activities for to develop problem solving skills, for motor skills and all. And the same way, according to their age, in primary classes also, for different subjects, we plan many student-centered activities.
So when you said about activities, I think the contents or the materials that are used for the activity also play a vital role. It should be appropriate, age-appropriate materials. Like if you are going to use the same color pencils in grade 11 and 12, they may not take it. But at the same way, it is applicable for the KG side or the primary side. They may enjoy a coloring or anything of that sort. So when you select the material for the activity, the materials really matters. And it should match the need or the requirements of that class or your audience.
Yeah, sure. And the same way, the next, a very important point when we plan teaching, now the next point is checking the prior understanding of the student on which their choice of pedagogy is based. In simple terms, we can say checking the previous knowledge of students based on the topic. Yeah. That is also very important. So we teachers, we come to know at the beginning of this unit itself what students already know, or they can do, or they are interested in. So based on that, we can modify and we can make the class more interesting.
True that. See, since we are discussing about this classroom activities, I think the classroom setting itself, classroom setting plays another important role. Seating arrangements and setting of the class will definitely help the teacher to get into the activity directly without wasting time, because it's our classroom teaching is stipulated to 40 minutes or 45 minutes. So you cannot lose many time for preparing or arranging the class. So it would be good if you can arrange the class, the seating arrangement prior, so that if it is a peer teaching, you have to arrange the classroom, or if it is a group discussion or anything of that sort, the arrangement of the class, the setting of the class should catering to the exact activity.
Yeah.
And also one more thing is important here. If you are planning to display any PPTs or videos, you should ensure that all the students are able to see, watch and interact and participate in that particular activity.
Yeah, exactly. Sir has already mentioned about the duration. My next point is about that.
Yeah.
So when we plan, we should have a proper idea about the time what we are going to spend for each activity.
True.
See, we cannot take this class,
prolong period for a single activity.
Yeah.
True.
That was another point. And next we move on. Already we spoke about the classroom arrangement. Then another point is about the specific strategies we need to bring in for the special students.
Special means both the SEND children and also the gifted children.
Yeah,
right.
As you mentioned, for gifted and talented students, we give them extra material. They are interested in a lot new things.
Yeah.
So we can give some extra reading materials for them, or the things to find. Many extra worksheets also can be given. The same way for this SEND students also, extra care to be given in class.
Okay.
So they should be engaged with special worksheets, which is easy for them to understand the concept.
And I think if you have one or two gifted children in your class, you can ask them, you can ask their help also to help these SEND children.
That is really good.
Which will create more into peer learning, and also it is more applicable. You can make use of your gifted children.
Okay.
Very well said.
Yeah.
So from this activity side, the last point, if we are moving to the last point, we'll be checking, or we'll be talking about the methods of assessment.
Yeah.
There are various methods of assessment. After every session or after every period, I think it is very much required to check the knowledge. It is not to test anyone, but to check our understanding, or we all are on the same page.
Yeah, that is the formative assessment.
Formative assessment.
It is very important to conduct, as you said, it can be what we say, that exit ticket. So that ticket contains very simple questions.
Yeah.
So we also understand whether they have understood the concept. What I spent today 40 minutes, what I teach in the class, are they benefited?
Yeah.
It is such a for us also.
True.
Yeah. Then we have summative assessments also. That is very important when we plan a lesson. Yeah.
Summative assessment, oral comprehension, peer testing, and these kinds of different types of assessment can be utilized to check and check the understanding of your audience.
Okay. So all these points actually, it is very important when we plan our teaching. These are the major components of planning for teaching.
We hope that we have done justice to the topic that we already discussed. Of course, we have to have further more discussion on these topics. Wait for us. We'll see you again. Bye. Thank you.